Oh, I just had to come out here real quick. I'm sitting out here reading. Um, I've been having some real trying couple of days these past few days, man. Like really hard days. Just wavering of faith and everything attacking all at one time. Me waiting to hear from God and feeling like that God isn't listening to me, or God isn't communicating back with me, or blessings are being delayed. Just so much stuff going on. And I've been reading and just trying to stay in the word and praying, and listening to God. And I made a decision not long ago that I was going to start clocking in and talking to God's people and sharing with God's people. And on those hard days when you're going through, it's like you don't know what to say to the people. You really don't have nothing to give yourself hardly. So it's hard to give, to God's people or to share when you're going through. And God was just sharing with me today how important it is to share even the hard times, because it's people that can relate. It's people that are sacrificing and being obedient to follow, God, and to follow his will for their life. And they're going through things, whether it be financial, whether it be relationships, whether it be spiritual warfare, whatever the case may be. And sometimes it's just piled all up on you at one time, and things have just been piled up on me where the weight is just unbearable. And people will say, well, a breakthrough is coming, but in the heat of the moment, those words, that in your spirit you feel it, they mean something, but your flesh is still like, but why am I going through this? Or God is not responding, So I'm just reading God's word, man. And when I tell you, I can just cry, because God's word has so much power. And his word brings us peace, and his word just gives us everything that we need. And I'm reading in God's word, man. And when I tell you the things that I'm going through and the things that I've been battling with, he is showing me directly in his word. Like, how about a direct confirmation from God when you're upset and you're mad and you're feeling like you're not hearing them, but you slow down just to stay in the word anyway. You don't go back. You don't go back the other way. You stay in his word anyway, and you stay in his will. He will give you the confirmation that you're looking for, and he will fill your heart. My heart is so full right now. I can't even explain how full it is. It's some things that I've been battling with that I didn't even understand myself. God didn't even give me the release to go ask an elder or ask anyone else at the moment about it. But he gave it to me so clear in this word, and I'm researching and I'm looking up, like, what does that word mean? I didn't even know what the word meant. So I said, let me just look it up. And it's something directly what I'm dealing with. Some of the spiritual warfare that has been attacking me in my dreams that I didn't understand. And God has gave it directly to me. And if I would have backslid, if I would have went back, if I would have got frustrated, and sometimes we curse God when we're frustrated and we're at that breaking point and things just look like they're not going to get better. We're like, man, sometimes you just feel like I might as well just do the other thing, because the other thing, I'm good. It feels like you're prospering. It feels like everything is going well, but it's really not. But it makes you want to turn back around that way, and instead of me turning around, I'm like, man, let me just keep praying. Let me just keep going. Let me just keep doing what God has called me to do. It's hard to be obedient. It's so hard, but keep going. I'm just giving y'all this word because I hope it bless somebody else to keep going. Like, don't turn around. No matter what it looks like, no matter what's in front of you, no matter what obstacle is in front of you, just keep going. God will bless you. Stay in his word. There is power in his word. There is power in his word. There's power in his word. I kept dreaming about me being in school. I was back in my elementary school and in high school and in college. And, I'm just steady having dreams about school. And I'm like, God, what does this mean? And as I'm sitting back here in brokenness and down and, in my head, I'm trying to get out my head and keep God in my head. God revealed to me, you are in school, you are in school right now, you're doing the work, you're learning my word, you're, dissecting it, you're tearing it apart and just getting a better understanding. You're strengthening your prayer. You're, learning how to pray better. You're learning how to cast things away. You're learning how to renounce things. You're learning how to rebuke things. You're learning my word, which is everything, right? So he's just giving me revelation as I'm sitting here, man. He's giving me the revelation, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful. It was dark and gloomy this morning. It was raining. It was raining yesterday, and I'm already going through, and y'all know how that rain be, but God brought the sun out just to let me know that everything is going to be okay. And he gave me his word. So y'all just keep going, keep believing, keep praying. If God has told you to do something, if God has called you from your job, if God has called you from your family, if God has called you from whatever form of livelihood you have, if God has pulled you away from the things that you used to do in your former life, if God has told you to stop smoking,